Hello, Amanda here with Amanda Lynn Therapies. I'm here to talk today about values. What are they and why are they important? So at the center of the whole person philosophy are our values. That's going to be our golden core. Our golden core is based off of what do we like, what do we not like in the world, but also based sort of our beliefs off of. So it could be spiritual, it could be family, it could be even work, but it could be qualities like compassion, love, happiness, adventure, things of this nature as well. So being able to base our life and our decisions, whether socially, relationally, educationally, financially, different areas of our life, being able to base those decisions off of our values, off of what our beliefs are, what are those decisions that we're going to choose that's not only right and good for ourselves, but it's going to be right and good for others too. And in that way, that's our truth. That's the best part of the emotional regulation process. So as we're growing up, we get taught what those values and ethics, morals might mean from a federal, state, a familial point of view. And at the end of the day, as we mature and adult, we create our own individualistic point of view. Being able to define what our values and morals mean for ourselves, what our likes and dislikes are, and where we want to continue to invest our time into those values. So we can see what our mother's, father's values are, what our family values are personally, and sometimes as we get older we notice that they can be the same values but they mean different things. Like value spending family time can be something that is important to you, but family time spent with family might mean being more material or doing other things that aren't the same kind of quality time activities that you might see as family time or quality time. You get to then define, hey, I like or don't like what our common values are, so I can set a boundary or not. At the very core, even if you're born into a family system with very different family values, you can still be in a relationship with them or have a connection with them, knowing that at the core their values are different from yours, all the while in different areas of your life you can see where they do connect with you and where you are similar instead. So usually in relationships we are contrasting and conflicting, and yet at the same time there's areas that we do find familiar and similar, which is why we find boundaries and values to be so confusing and tearing at times, because we can really love someone and yet at the same time know that they're not good for us in other ways. And so when it comes back to autonomy and individualistic self-love and self-value, self-worth, then you're going back to what's going to nurture that. I'm going to fill up my cup. This makes me feel good, from a value system within yourself. And that's where you can continue to build upon your own boundaries and what kind of interpersonal relationships you want to hold closest to you, regardless of what the other person might be going through. That way you can continue to be your own best advocate, you can continue to be your own best friend, and you can also look for like-minded people and have hope and faith that there are other people that are going to be able to have the same likes as you, which is a really beautiful thing. So self-appreciation can really lead us back into falling in love with ourselves again, as well as then nurturing our relationships to show them how we would like for them to show up in self-love towards us as well. So not only are we teaching ourselves this whole person philosophy of self-love and healing, but in return we're giving that very naturally to others without even conflicting their own ideas, because as we accept ourselves, then it very naturally asks them, do they accept themselves, and how do they want to be lighter, happier, more joy, more present in themselves every day. So that sort of confidence, that resonance is going to show up anyway, because self-respect, so we talk about values, it gives you self-value, self-worth, like it's in the word itself. So being able to offer yourself at the very core that individualistic philosophy, regardless of others or even their ability to define it as, says, I know the difference for myself. And at the end of the day, that's what's going to be most important. So make sure you continue to turn yourself inwards, and that's introspection. Ask yourself again, what are my likes? What are my dislikes? How did my life raise me? What are my mentors? How do I want to continue to show up as and by in my own life, lead by example, and in return continuing to offer that compassionate approach to others. Not only knowing your self-worth, but showing others how you want to be treated by treating them with the same regard at the same time. If you'd like to look at more materials, you can find out more information at my website at amandalynn.org. I have worksheets available as well, reference material. Feel free to leave any comments or questions, and I'm happy to continue the conversations. Have a wonderful day and be well.